Thank you for tuning in to our second series of Breadcrumbs podcast with me, your host, Barbara Smith. Gather around with your little ones because it's kids' story time. Hello, everyone, moms and dads, boys and girls, and everyone that might be listening wherever you might be around the world. I just wanted to come to you today and let you know that we need to be grateful. We need to be grateful. That means to be thankful. It means to be thankful for everything we have, no matter what it is. And you might be thinking, well, we're not close to Thanksgiving. We're months away from Christmas. And why are we talking about being grateful now? Well, every day that we wake up, every day that we breathe, we need to be grateful for life itself. Be grateful that we can breathe and that our little hearts are pumping and that we have energy to run around and play and do things. What good are things? What good is a house or a playground or a school or friends if we can't get out there and play in the playground or play with our friends or go to school or go to church or have fun at home, right? So just having breath and life and strength is a gift from God, and we need to be grateful and thank the Lord for it every single day. Also, the Bible teaches us that every good gift, everything that we have, comes down to us from the Father of lights, which is Jesus. And there is no shadow of turning in him, the Bible says. That he's not giving one person this, one person that, and choosing one person above another, but he's giving us all good gifts as he sees fit for our lives. He knows us. He knows us individually. He knows me and he knows you. I don't need a bicycle right now, but maybe you need a bicycle. Jesus knows you and Jesus knows me, and he's going to give us what we need and what we want in our lives. But we have to remember to give him praise and thanks and be grateful to him for everything, right? There's a story in the Bible where Jesus performed this wonderful miracle. He was walking down the street, and lo and behold, he came across 10 people that had leprosy. They called them lepers because they had leprosy. Leprosy was a very, very bad disease in the times of Jesus, and it would just eat away at your skin. It would just make you look nasty, feel nasty, and just eventually it would kill you as well. Not only that, people thought that leprosy was very contagious, and I don't know too much about it because I'm not a doctor, I'm not a nurse, but they wanted to stay far away from anybody that had leprosy because they didn't want to catch it. They also had places where they had the lepers to live all on their own. They didn't have big, beautiful buildings to put them in, like hospitals or special quarantine facilities. They just lived in caves, and they just lived under the rocks wherever they could find it, almost like we might see homeless people these days. It was a very, very sad situation. Well, Jesus saw 10 people coming his way, and they were lepers. I guess they were leaving their little place of seclusion, their little rock or whatever. Maybe they had to try to find food. Maybe they were trying to just get some air. We don't know why they were out and about because normally they would not be. But Jesus saw them coming, and they came maybe specifically to find him, right? Because they had heard about the miracles of Jesus. And they knelt down at Jesus' feet, and Jesus said, "Let your leprosy be gone." He healed them of their leprosy, and he told them, "Go and show yourself to the priest so that he can pronounce you clean." Okay? Leprosy was not considered, they were considered to be dirty and contagious. Get away, get away. But if you thought that you were cured and that you were all perfectly well, you'd have to first go to the priest or to the church and say, do you agree? Do I look well? I've been healed or I've been cured. And then the priest would say, yes, you are welcome now to come back into society, back into where all the crowds of people are, back into the town, back into the city. And so Jesus told them, go and show yourselves to the priest so he can pronounce you officially cured and well. So they are excited. They are looking at their skin. They are so excited. They've been healed. All their sores are gone. Everything is looking beautiful here, and they are on their way. And they don't even think a second thing about Jesus doing this for them. They heard about all of his miracles, and they're like, yes, we're going to the priest. But the Bible says that one man turned back around, came back to Jesus while the others scattered away. One man came back to Jesus and knelt down before him and thanked him and worshiped him, thanking him for healing him and for making his leprosy go away. Jesus was so very delighted, so impressed with that man. And he loves us to be grateful. He loves it when we say thank you and when we worship him. God really, really loves that. It makes him smile. And he asked the man, he said, weren't there 10 lepers? Where are the other 9? I only see one here worshiping me. And the leper said, I don't know, Lord. They've gone on their way to see the priest. And Jesus said to the man, because you have come back to give me thanks, because you have come back to worship me, and you know that God has healed you, and it's not just something that happened, it was a miracle. Because of that, I'm going to make you completely whole. Everything about your body is going to be perfect. Now you've got to remember that leprosy, sometimes it ate their fingers and their toes away, and parts might be missing, and not just the sores all over their body, but part of their hand might have already fallen off. It was a terrible, terrible disease. Maybe part of their face or their cheek had fallen off. And even though Jesus had healed all 10 of them and their sores were all gone and they were cured and they wouldn't be having the sores anymore, they might still have had a missing hand or a missing part of their neck. We don't know what that disease might have done to their body. But Jesus told the man in front of him that came back to worship him and to give him thanks that he would be made totally whole. So whatever that man might have been missing, a finger, a toe, part of his arm, we don't know. The Bible doesn't tell us. But from that day on, Jesus had made him totally well. Whatever parts were missing, the Lord gave to him back. The Lord made him totally whole. And so we never should miss an opportunity to thank the Lord for everything that he's given us, no matter if it's healing in our bodies, if it's a new toy, it's from the Lord. If it's a new bicycle, it's from the Lord. If it's a situation in our house that God has made better, if there was just sadness everywhere and God has brought in peace and joy, that is all from the Lord, and we have to give thanks. We learn to give thanks every single day to Jesus for everything he gives us, every little thing, the food on our table and the breath in our lungs. Then we will begin to live a better, a more whole life. Our life will be more peaceful. Our life will be more blessed. Maybe not because we have more and more and more, but because we are living gratefully. We are living in thanksgiving. we are living in peace because we are building a wonderful relationship with Jesus. It's just like when mom or dad makes us supper at night and we say, "Thanks for the dinner, Mom. Thanks for the dinner, Dad." You know how happy that makes her. You don't have to say thank you, but it's a wonderful, wonderful thing to learn to say thank you when somebody does something for you, especially when it's your mom and dad because they love you so much. They're going to do it for you anyway because they love you. But when you say thank you, that makes their heart so, so happy, makes them smile so big. Even if you don't see it on their face, their heart is going to be smiling. And that's how Jesus is. We can't see his face right now. But when we say thank you to him for all that he does for us, all that he gives to us, then it makes him smile, makes his heart glad. So don't forget, no, it's not Thanksgiving today. It's not Christmas. No holiday today. But every single day is a day to be thankful and grateful, and remember to come to Jesus and give him praise. Take a moment to give him thanksgiving and to tell him how much you love him and you thank him for everything. I hope you enjoyed the story of this little miracle of the lepers today and that you'll join me again next time. Until we meet again, have a good day. Bye-bye. Thank you for stopping by. That's all for today. Don't forget to like and subscribe and share with your friends. Until next time, bye-bye.